All right, San Antonio Spurs absolutely wrecked the Lakers 136 to 108. I don't think wreck is even a strong enough word. It was just an absolute total massacre out there. I would say I wasn't entertained because the game was never a game, it was just a complete blowout from the first quarter, but that's not even true. I was so entertained. I always love to see the Lakers just get fucking wrecked out there, and this one felt great. Before we get into the numbers, I saw Lakers fans saying, what were they saying? Oh, big deal. The Spurs blew out the Lakers. What were they saying? The South Bay Lakers. That's the Lakers G League team if you don't know. But, oh, fucking Spurs blew out the South Bay Lakers. Golf clap. Big deal, Spurs. Are y'all proud of yourselves? And yes, Lakers fans, we are proud of ourselves. It was fucking awesome. Y'all's team is just trash on defense, just horrible communication defensively, just breakdown after breakdown. No effort at all from any Lakers players except Jake LaRavia. Jake LaRavia at least picked up 6 fouls and fouled out. At least he was close enough to players to foul them, where all the other Lakers defenders, it was just ass, dude. I've never seen worse defense in my life. I don't think that's me exaggerating. I've never seen worse defense in my life in an NBA game. So Spurs came out. It is the South Bay Lakers. They're sitting their entire starting lineup. We came out and just absolutely trashed them. Again, like I said, Lakers fans are saying, whoop-de-doo, you blew out the South Bay Lakers. Are y'all proud of yourselves? Again, yes, we are really proud of ourselves. The Lakers fans saying that, oh, y'all blew out our G League team, big deal. Those are the same Lakers fans that would be saying, let's say the Lakers lost the game by 10 points. Like when the Thunder sat all their starters out, they had the game within 4 points in the fourth quarter. A bunch of Thunder fans were saying, oh, our G League team, we sat all our starters. We only lost by 10 points. We were in the game. We kept it a game in the fourth quarter without any of our starters. We get a moral victory. The Lakers fans that are saying how we blew out their G League team, big deal. Those are the same Lakers fans that would be saying if the Lakers had lost the game by 5 points, those fans would be saying, hey, we sat all our starters. We kept it a good game. We hung in there. So it just makes no sense. They want to have it both ways, but y'all got fucking wrecked and blown out. We'll get to the player stats. Just some fun facts, really quick. That's the most points ever scored on the Los Angeles Lakers in a first half. In NBA history, no team has ever scored more points on LA in a first half in the history of the NBA. The Spurs scored, I'm going to do some quick math here, 84 points in the first half. Again, that's a Los Angeles Lakers record. For NBA history, no team has ever scored 84 points on the Lakers in the first half, so that is cool. Another thing, Victor Wembanyama, he scored, I want to say 37. Yeah, he scored 37 points in the first half. That's an NBA. I don't think record is the word. I guess you could say it's an NBA record for this season. That's the most points any player has scored in the first half of this entire NBA season. So that's awesome for Wemby. Awesome for our team to set the scoring record against the Los Angeles Lakers, especially since both teams hate each other. Before we get to the numbers, one more quick thing. You saw how OKC played when OKC has all five of their starters out. They still have a system. They still play hard-nosed defense. Everyone knows. Everyone, for the most part, is still in the right place at the right time. Let's say Jalen Williams on OKC, for example. Let's say Wemby's coming down the lane and Wemby dunks on his ass. At least J Will was there to contest the dunk. Where in this Lakers game, if Wemby's coming down the lane to dunk on you, there's no one to dunk on because they just completely blew the matchup. And it was just trash, dude. I've never seen so many times when a team runs a pick and roll, no one even picks up the roll, man. Just easy dunk after easy dunk, backdoor cuts, wide open threes. Spurs just got whatever they wanted out there, and I'd be so disappointed to be a Lakers fan after this game. Even the Lakers, when they're fully healthy, I don't think they're a true contender out there. Another thing this game goes to show us is just how great Luka is, and also how top heavy the Lakers are. They're maybe a bottom 12 team. They probably finished like 12, 13, 14, to be honest. If they didn't have Luka and Austin Reeves was trying to run the show with LeBron, they may not even make the play. And this team is just so bad. Luka's a great player. He's an entire offensive hub. If you have Luka out there, you're gonna get really good offensive possession after offensive possession after offensive possession. He's going to get a decent shot for himself or pass out to one of his teammates at least for a decent shot. The defense is still going to be trash. Luka doesn't help on that end, but good offense is good defense. If you make the basket, at least your whole team can get back and get in the right place defensively, where in this game, um, they were just so terrible. They weren't getting back on defense, weren't communicating. JJ Redick at the end of the game, he just says, "We suck on defense." I don't think JJ's a good coach. Definitely not a good leader, but that's what JJ said. We suck on defense. And they definitely did suck on defense. But moving on to the player stats, Stephon Castle, he has the 2 points. 7 assists. That's crazy. He had 7 assists in 12 minutes. The one block. His block was absolutely disgusting. I think it was on Rui Hachimura. I'm not too worried about Stephon Castle. I'm a little bit worried. He fell really hard on his tailbone. I thought he hit his head. It kind of looked like he hit his head when you watched the play live, but I don't think he did hit his head. It's just his dreads just going all over the place, but he seems to be okay. Landed really hard on his tailbone. I saw a clickbait article. They're saying Stephon Castle injury is bad news for the Spurs. Like, of course it's bad news. We don't want any of our players to be getting hurt, but they made it seem like he broke his tailbone or some shit, where that's not the case. They checked him out. They did the x-ray. No fractures or anything like that. They said he doesn't even have a pelvic contusion. If I'm not mistaken, a pelvic contusion is basically like a bone bruise or basically like a bruise on his pelvis. He landed hard on his tailbone. I think it was Mitch Johnson talking about it. He said Castle is probably going to be pretty sore. If y'all have ever hit your tailbone, it fucking sucks, dude. It's hard to walk for maybe a whole week. But worst case scenario, Stephon Castle misses the Warriors game. Hopefully he doesn't, but that's kind of the worst case scenario. He misses the Warriors game. We have like an entire 7 or 8 days off for the All-Star break, and I'm 99% sure Stephon Castle is going to be fine after the All-Star break, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him play in the Warriors game tonight. That's an injury you can play through. It's not like you're going to hurt it any worse. It's just playing through that pain. I think Stephon Castle can definitely do that if he wants to, but with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised to see the coaching staff sit him out in the Warriors game. I think we match up. Warriors are a tough matchup for us, but I think we can definitely beat them without Stephon Castle. People talk about the Warriors like they're our kryptonite or something. We lost back-to-back games against them. Pretty sure both games Stephen Curry went for 40-plus points. We played really bad defense on him, to be fair, but hopefully we can make some adjustments and see what happens this game. Jimmy Butler's out for the season with the torn ACL, so that's not going to help Golden State either. But I'd say that's pretty much an amazing game for Castle. He only has the 2 points, his one made shot. He got a little layup in the rim. He got physical with Hachimura or somebody, but I think this is an amazing game. If you have 7 assists in 12 minutes, that's pretty crazy. Let's say he plays 24, 36 minutes. He's going to have 21 assists at that rate. So, hopefully his tailbone's okay. He should be just fine. I'm not extremely worried about it. Champagny, he's 2 for 7, knocks down one of his 5 threes. He only has 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. For the most part, in the first half, all of our players on offense were just trying to get Wemby the ball and kind of get their buckets wherever they could and just play really hard-nosed defense. Another thing about the Lakers, we're just turning them over and over again. Just terrible passes. Their offense looked really bad. Their defense looked really bad. Just everything looked really bad. And I'm proud of our team. This is the second game all season where we just came out and just stomped the team out. It was the first game of the season against Dallas. We came out, and I say this all the time. We can get a big lead in the first half. I'm not surprised if we're up 15 or 20 points at some point in the first half of pretty much any game against any team. But then we get to the third quarter. We kind of poop out in the third quarter, go into the fourth. It's like a 10 or 8 point game. Then before you know it, we're in a clutch game in the fourth quarter. Where in this game, we're up like 20, 25 points, probably at some point in the first half, and we just totally stomp them out and put the lights out. You could tell Wemby came out in this game. Lakers are undermanned. We are playing the South Bay Lakers, so do Lakers fans. That is fair. You're not playing any of your starters. Wouldn't have made a difference if y'all did. We're still going to win the game. Probably not by 40, but the Spurs are just a better team than the Lakers. But, what I was going to say, Wemby came out. He knows the Lakers are undermanned. Wemby knows we come out and we kind of play up or down to our level of competition. Like when we played the OKC game, I was nervous in the fourth quarter. They cut the game to 4 points. I was thinking there's no way we can lose to OKC with none of their starters playing. We played down to our level of competition when we played OKC. I think Wemby and all the guys kind of noticed that. So Wemby came out in this game and scores 25 points like the first 8 minutes of the game. He came out and just stomped the Lakers out in the first quarter. And I love to see it because we don't do that as a team the way we should. There's been plenty of games where we're up 15 or 20 points against an inferior opponent, and then we just don't stomp them out. So I was glad to see Wemby come out aggressive. Our whole team, honestly, Wemby just kind of put him on his back, and he set the tone and said, hey, we're blowing this team out. There's no reason for this game to be even close at any point in the second half, and it really wasn't. Castle Champagne. De'Aaron Fox has the 8 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. He got a couple nasty pickpockets out there. He only shoots 1 3, misses the 3. His 3 ball's been a bit off lately. If your name's not Victor Wembanyama or Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, I'm not really taking too much from this game from any Spurs players other than Wemby because he just came out. The whole first half was just players basically trying to feed Wemby the ball as they should. He was just fucking on fire out there. The one play from De'Aaron Fox that I remember, he's coming down on a fast break. Wemby's behind him. He goes up. He's going to lay the ball in. Then he notices Wemby's behind him. He goes to some weird-ass reverse layup. He throws the ball off the glass like at an angle, and then Wemby catches it and dunks it off the backboard for a dunk. De'Aaron Fox is laughing out there. He's like, I'm so glad not to be on the Kings anymore. I have this 7'5" fucking demigod I get to play next to. I'm sure y'all remember the play. It was so funny, dude. De'Aaron's already in the air. He says, oh shit, Wemby's behind me. I've never seen an off the backboard pass like that. He throws up like a reverse with his left hand off the backboard, and Wemby puts that shit down. But, Fox, Castle, Champagne, Devin Vassell is 4 for 5. He has the 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He has the 2 steals. Everybody was making an impact defensively. Castle has the 1 block. Champagne has the 1 steal. Devin Vassell, he had a couple nasty middies out there. He has the 1 3-ball. And again, we just didn't need a lot from our other guys. Wemby was just so on fire tonight. We'll get to Wemby last, of course. Keldon Johnson, he's 3 for 10. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. It was the first quarter. He had some nasty offensive rebounds and putbacks. He did a good job kind of setting the tone off the bench. He's 3 for 10. He only shoots 30%, which isn't good. He's 0 for 3 from 3. The 3 balls Keldon took in this game, I feel like he rushed them. He's not a great catch and shoot player. He is, but it's weird. He doesn't just catch the ball and go right up into his motion and rip a 3. I consider that a catch and shoot. They'll swing the ball around to Keldon. Let's say he catches it. There's a defender, even like within 1 foot of him. If they don't close that space between themselves and Keldon, he'll just catch the ball, look at them. He'll find the seams. He'll tuck his elbow in. This takes like 3 seconds. Then he'll just rip a 3 on really good balance to really take the time on the 3. You can tell when he does. You can tell when he has a really nice follow through. Where in this game, I felt like he was taking like real catch and shoot 3s, just catch, kind of rush his shot and take it too quickly. It didn't hurt us. I feel like he knew it's just a blowout game. So I don't want to say he's not playing serious. Everyone's playing serious out there, but this is another kind of knock I'll have on our team. Keldon was taking some shots. He was rushing some 3s, and the shots he was taking, he would not have taken if it was like a tie game or a 10-point game. So that's one thing. I get it. All of our guys took some shots that we wouldn't have taken if we weren't up 25, 30 points. So that's just something that happens, but that's something I've noticed. Even when we have like a 20-point lead, maybe in the second quarter, I've noticed our energy kind of goes down when we're up 20 points, and we'll take some shots we would not take in a tie game. So I felt like Keldon took some, not so much bad shots. I felt like he rushed some of his 3s, and he took some shots again that he wouldn't have taken in a tie game. But it was an absolute massacre. It didn't hurt us out there tonight, and Keldon's been just amazing for us all season long, and he should win the 6th man of the year, especially if we can finish in that number 2 seed. If we finish in the number 1 seed, Wemby's defensive player of the year. Wemby might be MVP if we finish in the number 1 seed. Keldon Johnson should be 6th man of the year. We'll just win all sorts of different awards if we can finish in the number 2, especially in the number 1 seed. Harrison Barnes, he's kind of back. I'm gaining my confidence back in Harrison Barnes. He's 3 for 5 from 3, has the 11 points, 4 for 6 from the field. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. That's huge for Harrison, playing some solid defense out there. Um, he did airball 1 3. It doesn't really matter. That's something I remembered, though. He did airball a 3. And I said probably 10 or 15 games ago, I've lost all my confidence in Harrison Barnes. I don't take that back. When I said that, I also said I can get my confidence back in the man, and he's starting to win my confidence back. Harrison Barnes is a veteran player. Sean Elliott jinxed him. Sean Elliott starts calling him Mr. 100%. Harrison Barnes, he was shooting literally 50% from three, probably the first 12 or 15 games this season. Is Harrison Barnes a 50% three-point shooter? No, he's not. Then he shot like 30% from three, literally 30% for like 20 games straight. We all noticed that he was on a horrible cold streak. Sean Elliott stopped calling him Mr. 100%. There was one game he made his first three, and Harrison Barnes, Mr. 100% is back, boys. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, Sean Elliott. Just let that man shoot three. Stop jinxing him. We literally started selling Mr. 100% hats and shirts. I'm like, what are you doing, Sean Elliott? This is not a merchandising opportunity for you to try to sell merchandise of Harrison Barnes, Mr. 100% hats. That bothered me so much. So he shoots 50% like the first 15 games. He shoots 30% for like 20, 25 games straight. So he was at, I don't know, maybe 36, 37% from three, which is probably what Harrison Barnes is, like a 36 to 38% three-point shooter. We'd like to see it more consistently instead of shooting 50% for 15 games straight and then shooting 30% for 20 games straight. But he seems to be getting his stroke back. I'll say I don't think Harrison should ever go back to the starting lineup. I think he's way more valuable for us off the bench. He already looks like he's playing better coming off the bench. And also, I feel like we can possibly contend for a championship this year. I'm not saying we should be the favorites. If we play Denver or OKC in the playoffs and both teams are healthy, we're not going to be favored against those teams. It just is what it is with their playoff experience. Playoff experience is a real thing to do that, but the playoff experience is a real thing. We just don't have any of it yet. I hear all sorts of Spurs fans in San Antonio. I want to be saying this too. This is our year, bro. We're going all the way, bro. The Thunder can't fuck with us. The Nuggets, nobody can fuck with us. We're going to win the whole thing. I want to be right there with you. I think we can go all the way and win the championship. But first things first, let's wrap up a top 3 seed. That's first thing. Let's get a top 3 seed. Let's go in the playoffs. Let's win one playoff game first, then I'll be happy. Let's make it out of the first round. If we get knocked out in the second round, I'd still be really proud of us for the season. I don't want that to happen, but if we match up against Denver in the second round, OKC possibly, we probably won't see them until the conference finals if they make it, with us most likely being the number 2 seed. But first things first, let's win the first round and then kind of take it day by day. That's more my approach to our playoff success, but we have all the talent though out there. Yeah, Harrison Barnes, he's kind of finding his stroke again. Carter Bryant was amazing out there. He's 6 for 12, 16 points, knocks down 3 of his 8 threes. If it wasn't a blowout, he wouldn't have taken 8 threes, but it's a perfect game for him to develop and get some 3 balls up. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Just amazing aggressive defense. Carter Bryant's motor is so high. Even now, he's been getting more minutes, but like every second he's out there, he's so excited to be on the court, and he plays with such a crazy motor. Knocks down the 3 threes. Carter, he's basically our replacement for Jeremy Sohan. I think we can all kind of see that now. I love Jeremy Sohan. I like Jeremy a lot. I don't think he was a starter last season. Now he plays 0 minutes. I don't think there's no role for Sohan on the team. I don't think it's right for him to get DMP after DMP. I don't know if him and Mitch Johnson got in a fist fight in the offseason or what it was, but Mitch Johnson does not play him at all. I don't love it, but we're in the number 2 seed in the Western Conference, so whatever you're doing, Mitch Johnson, keep on doing it, bro. But with that being said, Carter Bryant's 19. He's way better than Jeremy Sohan when Jeremy Sohan was that age. I think we can all see Carter. He's just obviously going to be a better player than Sohan. But I love to see Carter get these minutes. I said probably 2 or 3 games ago, I said I've seen enough from Carter Bryant. He should play 15 to 20 minutes every single game. He's just too good not to get those minutes. And obviously it helps him develop. And he's already just too good not to get minutes on the NBA court. Dylan Harper, 15 points. He's 6 for 8. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Our 3 guard combo is just insane. We drafted Dylan Harper. People are saying maybe San Antonio has too many guards. Why did they draft Dylan Harper? Dylan Harper's a number 1 pick if Cooper Flag's not in the draft, and Dylan Harper, he's like a real number 1 or number 2 pick. I've said before, if you put Dylan Harper on a different team and just gave him the keys, he's probably like 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, maybe even 7 assists right now as a rookie. So he's just incredibly talented. We'll see how we kind of divvy up those minutes between Stephon Castle, Harper, and De'Aaron Fox once you make it to the playoffs. But you can play Harper with Castle, you can play Harper with Fox, you can play Fox with Castle. You can mix them all up. We can't really have all three on the court at the same time because Castle and Harper just aren't good enough 3-point shooters yet. We'll probably get there where we can play all three of them. Harper 6'6", Castle 6'6", De'Aaron Fox is 6'4", so it's not like they're all big guards out there. They're not small guards. Finally, on to Wembanyama, 40 points. He's 13 for 20, gets 12 free throw attempts. That's one thing I love to see. He's doing a much better job of getting to the free throw line this season, especially with him taking less threes. Our whole team is doing a way better job just getting him the ball right there at the free throw line, right there on the elbows, and he's able to draw so many more fouls. He can just pull up right there at the free throw line off the triple threat and get efficient shots right there in the mid range. He can take one dribble and go to that rip through, which he's doing a whole lot. His arms are just so long. He sticks the ball out where you can't reach it. Guys stick their arm out because they think they're going to get the ball, and all they hit is Wemby's wrist because his arms are just so long you can't even reach the ball out there. But he's going to that rip through move a whole lot. He's way more aggressive getting into the paint. We saw it this game. His first bucket was a giant ass travel. He took like at least 3 humongous steps. They didn't call it. I didn't care. Just nasty lefty dunks. He knocks down 4 of his 6 threes. His three ball had been off a bit lately, but he knocked down, I want to say, 3 threes in the first quarter. And he just came out and just stomped the Lakers out from the get go. That's one thing I love to see from Wemby. He's growing every game basically. He's growing every day, and the main thing I saw from him in this game, the main little leap he took this game was just his leadership ability. We haven't seen him do this honestly very much throughout the season. He came out this game, he said, I'm the superstar, I'm the number 1 option. This is my team, and we're not going to be in a close game with the Lakers. The Spurs led the entire game. The game was never tied, not for 1 second. The Lakers never had the lead. It was just a complete massacre, wire to wire. And I love to see Wemby come out and just have that mindset. He just came out and stomped out the Lakers. Everyone kind of followed along Wemby. Our defense was insane. The Lakers' defense was just absolutely horrible. If people just move off ball, you run a couple off ball screens, a couple backdoor cuts, the Lakers are going to have breakdown after breakdown, and we saw it tonight. So for the Lakers fans, saying, hey, we played the South Bay Lakers, our entire starting lineup sat. That is true. Your team is absolutely horrible, especially sitting your entire starting lineup. When the Lakers are healthy, they're still a really good team. I think we match up really good with them. I think we would beat them in the playoffs, but just having Luka Doncic, he can win you a series. He's still a top 3 player in the NBA. Luka's amazing. I don't love his play style, but he's one of the best offensive players we've ever seen. But with that being said, let's say San Antonio sits De'Aaron Fox, Castle, Champagnie, Vassell, and Wemby, and we're just running with our bench unit. I can guarantee you we don't have all those breakdowns defensively. Lakers played with zero effort. Only Jake LaRavia played with effort, but all the breakdowns defensively, just the Lakers' effort was just completely terrible. Wemby came out and put the 25 points up in the first quarter, and the Lakers just rolled over and died. It was really a really pathetic effort. You compare that to when we played OKC again a few nights ago. OKC's a real championship contending team. They already won a championship. Los Angeles is a fraudulent contender. They're not contending for a championship. And this really showed you how top heavy LA is because, if the Spurs sat all 5 of our starters, like OKC did the other game, and we're playing a completely healthy Lakers team, we probably don't win the game. We're not supposed to, but I guarantee you we put up a way better effort than what the Lakers put out there tonight. So just a really pathetic game from the Lakers. I'd be really sad to be a Lakers fan, but we did exactly what we're supposed to do. Wemby's our superstar, obviously. Came out, just stomped him out in the first quarter. That's like what you see from SGA or Luka, Giannis, those types of players, Jokic. When they're playing inferior competition, they come out and they let that team know you don't even belong in this game with us. We're going to stomp you out and just never give you any hope. And Wemby came out and he really did that. So I was really proud to see that from Wemby because we don't see that from him too much. So, hopefully he's going to start doing that more and more, and we'll get to see that more from Wemby. But just absolute massacre from the Spurs. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. Let me know what you thought about the game. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out, bro.